Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where I share exciting true stories of people taking revenge on others. This story comes from a user. She starts off the story by saying, "She said she loved me, but what she really loved was my money. I thought I had found a life partner, someone who would stand beside me in the good and bad. Instead, I discovered I was just her golden ticket." But here's the twist. She didn't know that I was 2 steps ahead. And in the end, the woman who married me for money was left drowning in the very debt she tried to bury me under. Before starting the story, I would like to say that if you find value in the story, please consider supporting the channel. It will mean a lot. Without further ado, let's get into the story. Today, I'm sharing how I turned betrayal into the most satisfying revenge of my life. It all began like a fairy tale. I met her at a charity gala. She was beautiful, elegant, and seemed genuinely interested in me, not my bank account, or so I thought. We spent weeks going out to dinners, traveling, and she always said the same thing. "I don't care about money. I just care about us." I was naive. I believed every word, and after just a year, we got married. My family warned me, my friends raised eyebrows. But love makes you blind, and I was blind to the red flags flashing right in front of me. Slowly, the mask began to slip. Suddenly, her affection depended on how much I spent. Jewelry, designer bags, luxury trips. It was never enough. When I hesitated, she would sulk. She'd say things like, "If you really loved me, you'd give me the life I deserve." The worst part, I started noticing secret credit cards, hidden purchases, and even loans taken out in both our names without my knowledge. That's when it hit me. She didn't marry me for love. She married me for the money. And if I wasn't careful, I'd be the one drowning in debt while she lived like a queen. I decided I wasn't going to confront her right away. No, that would give her time to spin a story. Instead, I played along. I acted clueless. I let her keep spending, let her think she was in control. Behind the scenes, I met with lawyers and financial advisors. I separated my assets, moved investments under trusts, and ensured that everything tied to my wealth was out of reach. Then I made a crucial move. Every credit card, every loan, every financial decision she made from that point forward, I made sure it was under her name alone. She thought she was trapping me in debt, but really, she was walking into her own financial cage. One evening, she came home bragging about a luxury car she had just leased in my name. She thought. I smiled, poured her a glass of wine, and let her talk about how rich our future was going to be. But when the first debt collectors called asking for her, not me, her face turned pale. Then came the foreclosure letters, the unpaid balances, the realization that everything she had been living off was crumbling. When she confronted me, I simply said, "You wanted the money, right? Now you can pay for it." And with that, I filed for divorce, clean, legal, and untouchable. She walked away thinking she was marrying into wealth and left with nothing but debt. Word spread fast. The glamorous woman who always flaunted designer clothes and luxury trips was suddenly drowning in bills. The friends who adored her disappeared, the lifestyle crumbled, and she realized too late that she had gambled everything on greed. As for me, I walked away free. No debt, no baggage, just lessons learned and peace of mind. The greatest revenge isn't shouting, fighting, or even arguing. The greatest revenge is watching someone destroy themselves with the very weapon they tried to use against you. In the end, love without respect is just a transaction. And greed always carries a price tag. So remember, trust but protect yourself, because sometimes the person who says I love you is really saying that I love what you can give me. If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, subscribe for more tales of betrayal and revenge. And let me know in the comments, what would you have done in my place? This was a really good story. Let me tell you some of my thoughts about it. I am happy that Oppie was able to save himself from being trapped by this gold digger. He could have easily been ruined by her, but thankfully he was smart enough to protect himself and his money. I also like that he didn't stoop to her level by fighting or arguing with her. He remained calm and collected and took the high road. This shows that he is a man of integrity and that he doesn't need to resort to the same low tactics that she used to try to manipulate him. Finally, I agree with his advice to always protect yourself and not to trust blindly. Love and respect are two different things, and oftentimes people who say they love you can actually mean you harm. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next Reddit story. So this is the end of the story. Please comment down your favorite character and what you like about the story. Also, don't forget to support the channel. See you in the next video. Until then, peace be upon you.